Okay, so in the last episode we left off actually doing some necks and some basic PVMing. So I think in this episode we're gonna go ahead and try to push towards doing a little bit more high-end content. So I kind of want to be able to do some Elite Dungeons 1, just because Elite Dungeons 1 is a little bit more consistent in terms of money with ancient scales. Let's see how much ancient scales are actually going for at the moment. So currently ancient scales are going for about 1.1 mil. So we could average around maybe 4 to 8 minimum if we get a bad drop, and that's already almost 10 million coins, and that's already 10 million coins just from doing one run of ED1. So that's exactly why I want to try to be able to push to do that. And I think with necromancy we may be able to do it. So I think that's going to be our goal for this video, is try to be able to successfully do some Elite Dungeons 1, and then from there maybe push on to other content from bosses that actually have higher price drop rates once we get a little bit more money to actually build on what we have at the moment. Real quick before the video starts, I have a small goal of actually reaching 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you guys are enjoying the content, please leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing to help support the channel. Thanks, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. So we managed to get to the first boss of ED1. It wasn't really too much of a problem. Let's see how fast or slow we actually end up actually having to kill this boss though. So we're gonna try to do a death skull rotation here. I'm not really the best with necromancy, but I could at least get kills with it, so I guess that's all that really matters, right? Nice, nice. We got 17 ancient scales from that one run right there. So that's, I think, nearly close to 20 mil from that one run. Let's go ahead and check the chest real quick and see how much in total this actually is. Okay, not bad. Yeah, so the chest comes out to around 20.9 mil. It actually wasn't even that bad actually to kill Seiryu. That one was only a 2 cycle for, for how low our gear is. Honestly, we're pretty strong. Necromancy is just extremely OP for early level games when you're trying to do a rebuild series. I think I may even be able to do Raksha, which I think I may try to do, but I may try to also get a duo partner just because I don't want to have to deal with the pools myself. It's pretty annoying having to actually deal with the pools while you're actually trying to do damage. And for me, I need to be able to squeeze out as much damage as I possibly can, especially right now with the gear that we have. So I'm going to try to find a duo partner for Raksha. If we can't find one, then I'm just going to keep doing Seiryu just because of how good and consistent the money actually is here. Okay, so unfortunately we weren't actually able to find someone to do PVM with us, but I decided to try to do Raksha by myself, and we actually managed to get a kill with it. It wasn't that much slower than my normal kills. I think it added just about a minute or two off my normal kills, but this time I'm going to be using a Madra aura to see if that makes any difference in my damage. And the other one I was using Inspiration aura that we had left over from actually doing Elite Dungeons 1, but I think we have enough money to be able to kill this consistently. What I did is I actually bought myself one of these spears and one of these laceration boots from the bank, and I put the difference again in the bank, so I had no longer have that money in the pouch. I put it into the bank and it's never going to come back out. So from here we're going to go ahead and camp Raksha for a bit. His drop rate is not that bad. I believe it's like 1 in 40 for like any single drop, so hopefully we could get some sort of item from here. So we're going to just probably be camping Raksha for a bit to see if we could get lucky with any single items, and if hopefully we could find a duo partner. Preferably I would prefer to do a duo, but since at the moment we don't have a duo partner, we just kind of got to make do with what we have and just be able to do this boss on our own. Nice, guys, we just got ourselves a divert ability code. I have no idea what this is actually going for. It says 70 million on the Grand Exchange, but this is our first drop here at Raksha. We haven't even been here that long either. We've been here for less than an hour, but we got ourselves our first drop of our PVM journey here. Let's go ahead and go to the Grand Exchange and see how much this is actually selling for. Okay, so we sold it for mid. It sold for 87 mil, so actually sold for about 10 mil over what the Grand Exchange actually says. So that's pretty good. 87 mil right there. We finally hit the 100 mil mark for this episode here. Hopefully we're going to try to do a little bit more Raksha and see if we can get another drop. Hopefully we can get one that's a little bit more expensive, but other than that, I'm pretty happy with our progress so far in this episode. Okay, so today is update day. Today we had the mining and smithing rework, and with it came these primal stone spirits, and I was doing a little bit of research on the best way to actually get these primal stone spirits, and it seems that bossing is currently the way to do so. One boss that I noticed actually drops a good quantity of them is Karapak, so I'm doing normal Karapak right now just because I can't really do hard mode, and it actually takes a little bit too long. But my first kill at Karapak, we actually got these chunk of 32 primal stone spirits, and they were going for around 300k each, which we insta sold in the Grand Exchange for 11 mil. So currently Karapak normal mode is going for a lot of money per hour, I would assume, since these primal stone spirits are actually a pretty common drop there at the moment. So I'm going to try to camp a little bit of Karapak to see if we could get some more stone spirits and just sell them off every single time we get a drop, just because these primal stone spirits are probably not going to be holding up the price of 300k each at the moment. All right, so we finished an hour of doing Carrot Pack. Unfortunately, we didn't get that many stone spirits. We only got another stone spirit drop, but it's already starting to drop. So they're at 270k as opposed to 370k when we first did it the first time. We bought back a few supplies. So we got a Blood Reaver. You know, now we're actually moved back to actually doing Raksha. I can't believe it, guys. We got another drop in this video here, but this time we got a Fleeting Boots drop, man. It's only worth like 2 mil, but alongside we also got some Serenic scales, I guess. But I mean, these aren't really worth anything, actually. Never mind. What are they? 16k each. Wow. Never mind, guys. I'm pretty depressed now. Alright, so I kind of just been AFKing at the Chaos Dwarfs to try to get some Dragon Pickaxes. So today, after a full day of AFK, I'm just playing, you know, other games on the side. We managed to pull 4 Dragon Pickaxes, and the reason for doing this is because with the mining and smithing update that we recently had, Dragon Pickaxes have gone a little bit up in price. I think they go for around 60 to 80 mil, somewhere around that range. So we're going to try to leave these selling overnight for around like 75 mil. I don't know if they're going to even actually sell, but we're gonna leave them for around this price. They should get us close to 300 mil, so we're gonna leave them for this price overnight, and hopefully they end up actually selling. But it's a pretty good way to just, you know, AFK and make some money while I'm doing other stuff on the side. And, you know, hopefully by the end of this video we could at least reach the 500 mil mark and get ourselves one step closer to reaching our goal of 1 billion coins. Okay, so unfortunately, the pickaxes didn't actually sell for 75 mil. So we went back while we were actually there to AFK some more. We actually did manage to get a little bit more dragon pickaxes. So we got a total of 6 now. And yesterday they were selling for 60 mil, but today we logged in and we actually snagged another pickaxe. And they were actually rose in price a bit. So now they're going for 65 million coins. However, I just logged in again after taking a little bit of a break from AFKing there all day. And unfortunately, we ran out of membership. So we're going to have to actually deduct about 120 mil to be able to actually complete the series, because without a membership we can't actually do anything. So now we're at 383. We were at 500 mil, so we're gonna just go back to AFKing some more dragon pickaxes and see how lucky we could actually get in these next few hours that we're actually there. Okay, so one thing I actually decided to do while I'm actually AFKing these chaos dwarves is I actually also got myself a familiar. So I'm using these smoke devil pouches, which actually AoE the area around me every time with specs. I bought around like 2,000 casts or something like that before I actually started. And obviously we have the aggression potion to be able to, you know, actually fully AFK these for as long as we want. And then on top of that, we also decided to go and get ourselves Scavenging 3 on this Abyssal Wand that we actually purchased off the Grand Exchange, just so we could get more rare components while we're here as well. And we'll actually save more money in the long run when we're actually trying to make better perks for our gear later down the line. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this episode. So we're going to be ending off the episode with only 380 million coins in total. So we're going to need to gain an extra 100 mil in the next episode just to make up for actually having to buy that bond in this episode. But anyways guys, I think the next episode is going to probably be the final episode of the series, just because most of the drops we're trying to go for, such as Raksha's Greater Chain and Greater Ricochet Ability Codex, are actually extremely expensive. They're currently going for around 700 to 900 mil currently in the Grand Exchange. So depending on what we do in the next episode may just be the final one of this series. And I just want to thank you guys again if you made it this far into the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.